Okay, so on today's video, let's mainly talk about all this rumor culture that's really been going on. It's kind of like we're getting to that point where E3 is getting close, and then all these random rumors start coming out and about whatever ridiculous stuff. I don't think it's completely ridiculous, but you start seeing these little trends here and there that of especially of games that people really are fans of and there's a huge following for. You always end up seeing all these random rumors that start coming out, um, and most of the time they're just really, I think they're either clickbait or they're just to hype people up, and then nothing ends up happening. And this has been going on, I think, at least with this franchise since like 2016, which in 2016, I mean, we had that Metal Gear Solid pachinko machine that people can use for it's like a casino thingy that they use in Japan, and it had all the remade cutscenes of Metal Gear Solid 3, but using the Fox engine to where it looked, like they were gonna be doing or the rumor was there too that if they're doing or remaking the cutscenes of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater with the Fox engine for this pachinko thing, it could be to test out to see how the fan base reacts and if they're ready for a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake on the PS4 at the time. And I remember I was pretty hyped up when I saw those cutscenes. I was like, man, this looks awesome. They're remaking everything with better graphics. It's the same freaking cutscenes. And hopefully, they just, end up adding new gameplay and graphics and whatnot, obviously, right? That was since 2016 that you would hear that stuff. Now you're seeing, this is the second time I've seen this rumor about Metal Gear Solid IP being licensed out. So I'm seeing this in the Gaming Bolt website. I'm not sure. I haven't really read the whole thing. Which I will in a second. And I'm not sure exactly where they're getting this information from. It looks like it's from some radio podcast. Mr. Matty Plays Ham Radio Podcast. When being told that Konami were apparently licensing the Metal Gear Solid IP out, he said apparently they are. So, I don't know how legit this is. What are my thoughts about it? I think that if Konami is mainly focusing only on mobile games now, which is really what they're doing, because they really haven't had any AAA, at least not that I can think of or that I'm interested in, any AAA games that are, have the weight that the Metal Gear Solid franchise has. And now that since Kojima left after the 5th game, which was unfinished, right? If you look at the story of the game, and there was a chapter 3 that was missing, and he has no desire to go back to it. I think that the best thing that Konami can do, if they're not going to use it, might as well license it out. And if they're going to license it out to Sony or whoever the heck they end up doing it, I really don't care, as long as the studio that ends up doing a Metal Gear Solid remake or Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, whichever one, those are the two best ones, I think, story-wise. Hopefully they end up actually doing a good job and caring about, the game and actually making it a good, not only graphical powerhouse, but, gameplay-wise, making it very smooth to play like the 5th one was as well. So my point is, if Konami is not going to do anything with it, might as well license it out and have somebody who's actually interested in doing something. Because I've seen that they've also done these Metal Gear Solid fan projects that have been canceled out from Konami filing a copyright claim or whatever and shutting down those projects of people that are huge fans of the first game. Looking for a remake. I personally would love it for a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake for the PlayStation 5. I think that it probably would be a huge challenge to make sure they do it correctly. But you know what? Even if it's the same damn gameplay and they just update the graphics of the thing, I'll still take it, because it's kind of like you go back and play a classic game, nostalgia kicks in. You're going down memory lane, and they don't change anything. Music's there, the same music, same dialogue, same everything. Just all the graphics are upgraded, same gameplay, like I said, and you get to go down memory lane with better graphics. I mean, that's fine with me, unless they end up redoing the whole thing. Making the game longer, making the environments bigger, the AI better. Obviously it'd be a third person over the shoulder shooting, and you can walk crouched, and because in the original you could only run or you could crawl, right? So they added the sneaking walking where you can't hear your feet and stuff like that. I think that'd be great. So hopefully this leads to something. Hopefully they end up doing that, and they actually end up doing something for real this time, and it's not just one of those other rumors that always ends up coming out. The other thing that I'm seeing too, though, now that these rumors are popping up, not just the IP of Metal Gear Solid being licensed out, but now I'm also seeing, and this is through Gaming Bolt as well that I'm seeing it, and I'll put a link of all the articles that I mentioned in the description below. This one says that, it mentions that Silent Hill Studio has changed. I have never played the Silent Hill games, but it says that Blue Point is working on several, in quotation marks, Metal Gear Solid remakes, and it says rumor at the end. So Blue Point Games, I know that they worked on the Metal Gear Solid HD collection games back from PlayStation 3, and they came out on Xbox 360 as well, and PS Vita and all that, which included the Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and Peace Walker remade from the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Portable over to the PlayStation 3. If this is the case of that developer actually taking the lead on this and doing or developing several Metal Gear Solid remakes, I think they're a great studio to actually be doing this. I mean, from all the remakes that they've done, I think they've always done a great job. I haven't played Demon's Soul yet, but I've seen what they've done with the PlayStation 3 game and how they changed it, graphically at least, for the PlayStation 5 and how it looks. So I think that they would definitely be a great candidate to be doing the Metal Gear Solid remakes. And if it's several of them, I always welcome it. Like I said, huge fan of the series, grew up playing them. Solid Snake or Big Boss, whatever, there's always one of those cool characters that I always enjoyed playing as, and seeing the cutscenes and hearing the voice acting and whatnot. So to see those come to life in the new consoles, I think it'd be great. So hopefully, if they're the ones that are actually would be doing this, then that'd be great. If not, then hopefully it's another big studio. But I don't know who else would actually end up doing this type of project except for Blue Point, who's known for doing remasters and remakes. I mean, they also did the Uncharted trilogy remaster from for the PS4, bringing them from the PS3 to the PS4, right? So I don't know. Hopefully it leads to something, and I guess only time will tell for this, right? And then the last rumor that I'm seeing that says, the title says, this is from Game Rant. It says, unlikely rumor says Metal Gear Solid collection is coming to PS5. They're saying that some guy with the name of 4chan ended up mentioning something about this, and that there's no evidence to back up their claims, so fans should be highly skeptical, which I am. I don't think, at least unless Sony at some point ends up having backwards compatibility with PlayStation 3 games through some software update, I don't think that this is going to happen unless some studio ends up doing obviously the full Metal Gear Solid HD collection, which would just be a remaster of them ported over, right? It would just be a porting from those games from the PS3, which says here that it's going to include the Metal Gear Solid HD collection included the original Metal Gear, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. A couple years later, Konami released another Metal Gear Solid collection, this time throwing in Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots and download codes for Metal Gear Solid, the original from PS1, and Metal Gear Solid VR missions. So, I mean, I guess they could do the porting for all this stuff, but yeah, this one seems highly unlikely. Like I said, it ends up being just to a point now that just all these rumors start coming out from one franchise that, obviously a lot of fans have been waiting for something to happen. It's been 6 years since, or almost 6 years, in September it will be since the last title came out in this franchise, which was MGS5, The Phantom Pain. And this article was published 3 days ago. The other one was published on April 12th, I think. So, I don't know. We'll see what ends up really happening. Seems a lot of random crap coming out these days on these gaming news and just anything to kind of get things all stirred up and see where to go from it. I mean, personally, like I said, I hope they end up doing a really well done remake, whether it be of Metal Gear Solid 1 or Metal Gear Solid 3. I think that would be a great start to do a remake of one of those and then start remaking all the other games in the franchise. And, like the things that I said, improve the graphics, obviously, that's a given. So graphics would be one. Gameplay, smoother gameplay for sure, smoother animations, more realistic, better AI as well. Make the boss fights more challenging since they would be upgrading the gameplay. And I don't know. I mean, all the games had their own little things that were different, so maybe they could add a few things to make them a little bit more similar across the board with the inventory management part and things like that. One thing I didn't like about Phantom Pain is that you can only take with you, like 2 or 3 weapons, and then you have to throw that smoke grenade to call in like whatever other weapons you want. I know that makes it more realistic, and people say that stuff, but it's a video game, and I want to be able to use whatever gun I want at whatever moment that I want. And I always enjoyed the typical Metal Gear Solid weapon inventory selection that you have, and obviously nobody can carry all those things at the same time, but in a game I like it that you can just scroll through, select what you need, what you want in the moment, and then whatever you're fighting, kind of adjust to that, right? And switch up your gameplay as you're going. So if they did something like that, that'd be great. Also, like, even like if they were to start a remake, maybe they could even start with Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker from the PSP that was only remade HD. Maybe they could remake that one, actually. I would be interested in seeing that one with really good graphics, like from the Fox engine or whatever new engine that they have now, and kind of see, like, get a full grasp of the environment and the boss fights with the huge mechanics that you end up, or the huge robots that you end up fighting, and instead of seeing those comic book cutscenes, to actually see like Metal Gear style cutscenes. So I think that would be a cool one to start with as well. But anyways, let me know what you think below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more of these type of videos. Make sure you comment below if there was going to be one remake for Metal Gear Solid to start with, which one would be the one that you would want to see first. If there's one particular only, then that one, or at least to start with, and if not, like I guess mention which one also is your favorite Metal Gear Solid and why it's your favorite one. But anyways, I'll end up making another video at some point about this or a different topic and uploading it as soon as possible. So I'll see you guys in the next video.